Did you know that I have an entire free playlist on YouTube that's all about dragons, connecting with dragons? And of course, we think that dragons are mythological creatures, but they are not just a myth. Every ancient culture has dragon stories, and I dive deeper into this in some of the things that I offer. But in my free playlist, I talk a little bit about these dragons, who they are. They're not just fairy tale creatures, but they are celestial, multidimensional beings, and they are connected to creation, to celestial wisdom, and to the human soul. We have elemental dragons and cosmic dragons, celestial dragons. There's fire, water, earth, air, and of course angelic dragons. But in essence, they all come from the same angelic source. So I dive into some galactic history of the dragons, different dragons connected to the earth, to different star systems, to different angelic orders. There's not just one type of dragon. There are many dragon lineages across a bunch of different frequencies and dimensions. Dragons as guardians and teachers. They are here not just as some frivolous guide or a little nature spirit, or as some people have referred to them, it seems like they are pets or something. That is really not doing them any justice. They are very powerful celestial beings, and they are protectors of soul wisdom, hidden knowledge. They are basically the guardians of the Akashic records, and they teach self-mastery, courage, and true power, and not dominance. When I say power, that's not what I mean, but alignment with your highest power, with Mother, Father, God. And some people have dragon guides, many people have dragon guides actually, but you can also call upon any type of dragon if you feel in alignment with their energy. So what is the connection between dragons and the seraphim? They are one and the same being, because there are overlaps in ancient texts where we see the seraphim described as the burning ones, as serpents of fire, and that is how I have seen them myself in a near-death experience, where I have seen them in this form, and this is how they've been working with me ever since. So they are celestial dragons that are angelic in nature, and that is basically the true form of the dragon. And we see this form coming back in ancient civilizations, in other star systems that are more advanced. We see this in Atlantis, in Lemuria, in Avalon, in Egypt, in Asia. We see a lot of dragon mythology in Asia. So I go into this a little bit in this free video course. There was also something in Atlantis called the Atlantean Dragon Knighthood. This is not just a type of structure or organization that only existed in Atlantis, and I go into that deeply in my Dragon Codes course, the Atlantean Dragon Knighthood. I was shown this in a bunch of different people's readings, and I started putting all the puzzle pieces together. So dragons in modern spiritual work. In this video playlist that is completely free, I tell you how to connect with your dragon guide. Why would you want to connect with your dragon guide? How to notice whether a dragon guide or a group of dragons may have been reaching out to you, what type of dragons there are, signs that a dragon is trying to connect to you, different ways. You're not going to see this dragon appear in the sky. Some people may, but that is not necessarily the case for most people that are working with a dragon guide. So why are more people feeling the call? There is a shift. So the resurgence of dragon energy in this era, why is it happening? That is also something that I dive into in this playlist. Because we are basically in a time of big quantum leaping, shifting, timeline shifting, and the dragons are masters of time. So there are a lot of practical little things in this playlist for you to start connecting with your dragon guide. So if this is something that you are noticing is happening to you, there are dragons popping up for you, you are feeling this intrigue, this like interest in dragons, this may already be your dragon guide reaching out to you, trying to work with you. So check out the free playlist. You can find it on my website. You can find it in the links in my bio, wherever you may be watching this. You can find it on YouTube in my playlists. So that is where you will be able to find all of this. I also have channeled Dragon History, the stories of the dragon. You can find those on my website too. I also have an in-depth course, the Dragon Codes, and that is going to go very deep into a lot of the stuff that I just shared with you now. So if any of this resonates, and of course I have one-on-one sessions where I can look into this more too. Check out my website and let me know in the comments if you have maybe watched my playlist on YouTube, how it's helped you, if you're gonna check it out now, what your questions may be about dragons, if you've had any contact with dragons, and maybe I can give you some direction in what is next for you right now.